Hi Autumn, this will be some final video feedback for you on the web banner. And you've got quite a few effects to move on it. I'll open up both the Illustrator file and the GIF that you posted in the discussion board. Autumn, your arrangement of ingredients I think is good. Keep playing around with it. You might want to work in some more contrast by making the type perhaps smaller. Just in general, the eye doesn't really focus on any one thing. Well, it tends to go over here, which is, I think, good. But this is also sort of competitive. Maybe one or the other, I would suggest. And there may be ways of making this smoother, either by inserting transition frames or perhaps using the video timeline editor, which gives much smoother effects like this, more video, or would you say analog. Now, with regard to the type, it's interesting. It looks like a kind of a nostalgic take on some fonts or typefaces we might have seen, maybe in the late 60s. And at least for me, that has that sort of nuance to it. You're also going to want to include some kind of contact information, perhaps, name of the spa, at least. And it's generally understood that by clicking on the web banner, you'll be taken to a website. So that's probably not necessary. But, some corporate identification would be good. I'll open it up in Illustrator next. Autumn, your file is ideally structured, except for one thing. You'll see I have these warning icons on these layers. What does that mean? It means I'm missing something. And but nonetheless, you've gotten your animation to work. I've opened up the timeline editor, and I was saying that you might be able to get smoother effects. One of those techniques is tweening, and let me stop it here somewhere. For example, let's just select frames 7 and 8 arbitrarily. You can insert frames as I'm doing here. I think you can. Hang on a second. Oops, didn't mean to do that. That duplicated them. Let me stop. Okay, here it is. It's tweening. So I'm going to add maybe 5 frames to all layers. Here are some of the parameters. The position. You could have something move within those tweening, or the opacity. But I'm just going to keep the same effects that you have. So here's what it's done: is it's inserted these 5 frames. Then I'm going to speed them up quite a bit here. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, which used to be 8. I'm going to make them just maybe 1/10 of a second, just to see what we get. Hopefully a smoother movement. So back it up and play it. Let's see how that goes. Now, it's a little herky-jerky until you save it as a GIF, right? So anyway, check that out. That technique is called tweening. Think about alternate arrangements and, use this typeface sparingly. Perhaps you could have this Arial, the corporate typeface, and keep glowing in the groovy typeface. All right, look forward to your refinements, and don't hesitate to reach out if you have any questions.